Dear learners, welcome you again. Today we will explore the family Cucurbitaceae or gourd family. Now first of all, this family is a part of the Dicotyledonea and that is the subclass Polypetalae and present in the series Caliciflorae. In Caliciflorae, the order of this particular family is Passiflorales. Now moving towards its systematic position. Bentham Hooker, as we have seen earlier, that he placed the family in Dicotyledonea. The subclass is Polypetalae and the series is Caliciflorae that have a cup-like structure, and the order is Passiflorales and the family is Cucurbitaceae. But the systematic position given by Engler and Prandtl is quite different, as Bentham Hooker placed them Polypetalae while Engler and Prandtl place this family in the Sympetalae. That means they have placed in the family which have a fused petals and they giving the order that is the Cucurbitales and the family which is Cucurbitaceae. So there is a two different views of the placement of this particular family of Cucurbitaceae, which we will discuss in the last, why they place them in Polypetalae by Bentham Hooker and in Sympetalae by Engler and Prandtl system. So moving toward the next topic, that is the distribution of the family Cucurbitaceae. This family is distributed in tropics and in temperate areas, and now coming to the distribution of this particular family, this Cucurbitaceae family is consisting of about 965 species, around 95 genera, and this plant of this family is mostly distributed in tropics and temperate areas, where those with edible fruits are among the earliest cultivated plants in both old and new worlds. And the Cucurbitaceae family ranks among the highest of the plant families for number of percentage of species used for human food. So this particular family yield many economically important food for human. Now moving toward the vegetative characters of this particular family and starting from the habit. The habit of this family is a very diagnostic feature of this family, as the plants of this family are mainly have a trailing or decumbent annual perennial herbs, as they can see here. The stems of these plant families are weak and they trail or climb over the different plants or other support due to the presence of the tendrils. So these plants climb by means of a laterally spirally coiled or simple or branched tendril, as we can see here. The root system of these plants they have a taproot system, and stem, because these plants are they are herbaceous system with branched, and all over the stem there is the presence of a hairs, as we can see here. And in general the stems are 5 angular with anatomically they have a 2 rows of bicollateral vascular bundles. That is the one of the characteristic features of this particular family Cucurbitaceae. And the leaves in general simple with alternate phyllotaxy. As we can see here, the leaves show the alternate phyllotaxy with long petiole, as we can see here, and generally they are cordate. In some plants the leaves may be show the palmately or pinnately lobed, and the petioles are often hollow and the stipules in this particular family is absent. Now moving toward the next floral characters, that is inflorescence. In this particular family, inflorescence, because now moving toward the next floral characteristic, that is the inflorescence. This family is, the flower of this family is generally monoecious or dioecious. So they have a bisexual or unisexual flower, the inflorescence is very in generally female reproductive. Female flower, there is a cymose type or maybe axillary or solitary female flowers. While in case of a male flower, they are maybe solitary or in the form of raceme, corymb or panicles. And the plants are monoecious, sometimes dioecious as in case of coccinea, cordifolia and Memordica dioicia. The flower are generally yellow as in yellow or white in color. In general they are unisexual but rarely also bisexual. They show actinomorphic symmetry, pentamerous, that means they have all the flower parts in the multiples of 5. And the next important thing, that is the epigynous ovary, but it may be rarely it is a perigynous in case of actinostemma. The thalamus form a cup-like structure at the ovary. So, we can see here the perigynous ovary. As we can see here, the presence of epigynous ovary and thalamus is forming a cup-like structure. That is why this family is placed in the order according to Bentham Hooker in the Calyciflorae. So, it is clearly showed that the ovary is inferior in this particular family, and this is the pistillate flower or female flower, and this one is the male flower, that is also called as the staminate flower. Now moving towards the next floral character, that is the calyx. Calyx in general they are present in the 5 gamosepalous and pointed. As we can see here, the calyx are pointed, campanulate with aestivation, that is the imbricate. Corolla number also 5. They are gamopetalous, sometimes united at the base, or in case of as petals are 5 gamopetalous and united at the base in case of Memordica, and they are united throughout in case of Cucurbita and Coccinea, while polypetalous in case of Leuca and Lagenaria, and they may be campanulate, rotate or imbricate, rotate with imbricate or volvate aestivation. As we can see here, the corolla which is united at the. Now moving towards the next characteristics, that is androecium, and androecium present in only in the male flowers, and male flower in general they are produced in large number in plants. So number of androecium in general is 5, and they are sometimes free or form a column, as we can see here, and anthers are diathecous, extrose, dehisce, longitudinally or in curves. As we can see here, the anthers are curved. Then androecium may be modified in several ways with varying degree of fusion, and the most common is synandrous condition. That means the stamens is fused throughout their length from filament to anthers. That is the synandrous condition, in which the anthers are fused there throughout their length. And in male flowers, gynoecium is either absent or rudimentary. So this is the floral formula of the male flower, which shows that they have a radial symmetry. This symbol represents male flower. Calyx, which are gamosepalous. Corolla, their number is 5. Androecium is also 5. Then that vary in the depending upon the species to species, they are free or united, and in the male flowers the gynoecium number is absent or it may be rudimentary. Now moving towards the female flower, and female flower produced in very less number in the than the male flowers. As we can see, we can identify the female flower by the presence of the inferior ovary, which is present below the flower. For this we can easily identify that this is the female flower by seeing the inferior ovary. In female flower, there is a presence of staminodes, which they are in the either 0, 3 or 5, and the gynoecium is typically made up of tricarpellary syncarpous inferior ovary with unilocular and parietal presentation. As we can see here, this TS of ovary showing the parietal presentation, and the placenta is bifid at the tips, appearing like it is a dividing this placenta, giving like a, it become a ovary like a trilocular, and it is a bitegmix. So here there are several ovules are arranged, and the style are stout and columnar and bears a forked stigma of each carpel, as we can see here. So at the base of the style there is a presence of a nectary, as we can see here, and this one is the style and this is the stigma. In loofah, the ovary is narrow and ultimately they are threefold celled, and apparently of they show the axile presentation. So loofah show the axile presentation, while all other plants they are showing the parietal presentation with unilocular ovary. And the floral formula of the female flower is they also radially symmetrical. This symbol represents the female flower. Calyx is gamosepalous. Corolla are 5 in number, they may be free. Anducium they may be 0, 3 or 5 and in the form of staminodes. And gynosium generally tricarpellary and with inferior ovary, as we can see from here. So these are the some characteristics of the female flowers. Now moving towards the next floral part, that is fruit. The fruit of this family is fleshy, indehiscent and a berry or pepo, which we can see here number of